Boy, do I know how to pick 'em, huh? Well, let's talk Orlando Pride versus North Carolina Courage. This is definitely not how I wanted to start my first match recap video, but you can't always get what you want. So there's the result: 5-0. North Carolina over Orlando Pride. And the most disappointing thing of it is not that North Carolina completely outplayed us. They were good, don't get me wrong, they played well. But it was more Orlando Pride that actually played played horribly. There was way too many missed passes. We gave away the ball way too many times. I really wanted to kind of do a breakdown for here, but I think this is more going to be like a rant video. So let's see what we have. So this is the starting lineup for North Carolina. And our starting lineup. And I was watching the game, trying to see where did we go wrong, what was happening. But as you can see, the numbers don't lie. Nobody played well. Nobody. Especially in the beginning, I noticed that Raffaele really started slow. She was having problem keeping up with the plays, and as the game went by, you know, I guess everybody kind of followed her footstep. Everybody was just like they were somewhere else, which I did mention in a comment there stating that I'm not sure what's going on with our away games. I don't know if it's something, if it's jet lag or we're just picking wrong hotels. I don't know what's going on. I kind of blamed it on the travel a little bit, like we're visiting too long, maybe having too much fun and not focusing too much on the game. Maybe that's it, maybe not, but this game definitely showed something was affecting everybody. Maybe they had some bad sushi. I don't know. But like I said, this is gonna be mostly a rant video. I wanted to be a breakdown, but I can't break this down. We didn't play well. We didn't do anything. We just, the Orlando Pride was just on the field. That's all they were doing. They were just there. There was so many giveaways. I was actually looking at the stat and I found something a little bit that actually surprised me. 50-50 possession. It didn't feel like we had the ball. It felt like every time we had the ball, we immediately gave it away. So that 50-50 possession really surprised me. I guess it's mostly in the back line before we actually moved it forward, But 50-50, it's amazing. We got 12 shots. 12 shots. All completely over the goal and rarely any of them on target, two on target. We had some goal opportunities. It wasn't that we didn't do anything. There was some goal opportunities. And we faced a North Carolina team that was, they were not at their best. And they've lost 3 straight games. Or this would have been their third, 3 straight games. They were not at their best. They just took a 4-1 beating. And when they took that beating, it was to mostly Utah used a lot of corners to get a lot of their scoring, and we didn't lack that. 10 corners, 10 corners, and we did nothing with them. A lot of short corners, which I put it on the chat. I understand. Raffaele normally is our target for corners. We try to target her, get her in the header in there. She's usually our main target, and she hadn't played last game, which was why we're doing a lot of the short corners. In this game, I guess she wasn't all there, so maybe that's why there was so much short corners. But we also didn't do anything with the short corners. Like there was no communication. They would pass, they would just take the short corner and not know what to do with it. So there was no plan. I didn't want to make this video, not this late, but I couldn't rest. So I decided to do it right now and kind of get it out of the way. So look at this. Total shots. They took 17, took 12. You look at the stats, it looks like a very close game. Shot off target, 5. 3 off target. That means these 12 shots that we took, look at this. 7 were blocked. That's some great defending. We had 3 blocks. 7 blocks. We did not take our opportunities. Shots outside the box. This number I like to see. I don't think we were taking, especially with Barbara Banda on the field, we don't take a lot of shots outside the box. So in the past 2 games, I noticed that we were doing that more, and I like that because it kind of gives it, another threat. We don't have to walk into the goal. We can take shots from outside, which opens up the defense. They have to defend against those shots. And North Carolina did a great job at it. I mean, they blocked, I think, all 7 of them. But, it's just... I really wanted to break this down. But, you know what? I thought I'll do another way just for this one video because I'll give props to one player, Luana. I'm not sure why Seb doesn't play her more. And I'm not the only one to say that. A lot of people on the chats have been saying the same thing. And when I'm in the stadium, I talk to people. Same thing. They all want to see more of Luana. When she's on the field, she is our playmaker. She is our enforcer. She fights for everything. So would love to see her on the field. But for some reason, Seb just doesn't put her out there. I'm not sure what it is, but he doesn't play her enough. So what I wanted to do is, let's go to the chats, see what was going on. So this is, for those of you that might not be part of this chat room, it's the Orlando Pride Facebook group. So it's our fan group. We have Game Threat. And this is basically what everybody was saying during the game. So let's go a few over them. So this I completely agree. Morehouse was not the problem. A lot of people blame Morehouse. At least in, most of the games and most of the goals we give up, it's not on her. It's usually our defense just falls apart. And this was no difference. There was, I believe, the 3rd goal might have been her fault. She was just kind of out of position. It was just kind of like a goofy goal anyway, but nothing to blame on Morehouse. That back line was outrageous. Midfield horrible. Seb is a coach lost in the headlights. That's another thing I say a lot. Seb Hines has been an amazing coach for the Orlando Pride. He got us to where we are. He got us our championships. I mean, he built us our team. Did an amazing job. But I just think the league outgrew him. I just think that right now a lot of teams are bringing in better coaches. Coaches who have done this before. Coaches who have better strategies. True coaches, basically. And they learned our playbook. They know how to play us. Usually, it's very simple. Just stop Banda. But, that's easier said than done. They have like 2 or 3 defenders on her and they still can't stop her. I mean, she's a machine. But when we don't have her, we fall apart. And because Seb has one offensive strategy, is whoever takes Whoever gets the ball, clear it to Banda. Hope she does some Banda magic and gets it in the net. And then when we don't have her, we struggle building up because we have amazing players. People criticize the players a little bit. I think our player base is. I think we have the players to be in a top team. It's just they haven't been coached to build up the attack. They've been coached to send it to Banda. So when they try to build up an attack, they don't know how to do it. And end up just giving the ball away freely. And this is probably after like 3 goals. This was rough, y'all. Watching on TV might be a smidge better than actually being here for this bloodbath. And that's a good comment too, because I was thinking, can you imagine this being in our home game and all of us just sitting there and just watching this disaster, watching this car crash live? So yeah, one benefit was actually watching it on TV. Just one of the good things I can say. So it's one of my first comments. I know people don't like to hear this, but the players have to stop having vacation time during away games. They post these pictures exploring the city and playing around, and then on the field they can't produce. Our away record is horrible. I said that partially out of anger, but it's also I believe it's true. There is a lot on our social media that we see that the players are having a good time, going to restaurants, touring the city. That's fine if you're producing, but then we get to the field and this happens. Nobody had their head in the game. Everybody was giving the ball away for free or just not in the right position. I mean, it was just I don't know how to even go into tactics in this game. I don't even know how to talk about positioning in here. It was just nobody was playing well. So Richard here says, note that they took out Raffaele, who stood out there as a problem in all 3 goals, which I was the one that was kind of mentioned that earlier. Rafa was just not. She was the clearest issue in the beginning. Like, she just looked like she was staggering, like she couldn't move, like something was just holding her in place. She was not approaching the defense. She was just, Mace would be overwhelmed by Thompson on the left side, but something needed to change, and Rafaela was it. I do think taking her out and putting Mace in was better, but it's too little too late. And also, even when Mace came in, like I said, substituting 1 or 2 players is not going to make the difference when everybody is just with their heads not in the game. Limo should not have taken that free kick. This is Martha Avella or Angelina territory. I think because Limos is a good crosser and we kind of pinpointed, you're right, that could have been a shot on goal. But I think they were just trying to kind of cross into the box and, mix things up. Maybe even get a penalty. I don't know. Like I said, nobody was in the game. You are losing 3-0. Why not replace the goalie and see what the second goalie can do? I mentioned this earlier. There's a lot of criticism on Morehouse. She is not the problem. Can we try one of our backup goalies? Sure. I love to see what Moshe can do, and and kind of put her out there, and because I don't even know how she would do in our team. But Morehouse she doesn't. She kind of just stands back in position, which is fine. She's not an aggressive goalkeeper, but large majority of the goals that we gave up were not on Morehouse. Our defense broke up, and when you put somebody in front of the goal, most of the time, if you're a somewhat decent player, you're gonna put him behind the net. So just unlucky. Yeah. On top of it all, Martha. Martha took one hell of a head bump there. And I know some people scream for cards saying it was unsafe. I don't agree with those because you're challenging for the ball. It wasn't intentional. It was Martha could have head butted her almost as hard. It's just, you know, Martha took the worst of the blunt. I hope nothing was serious. She did go to the back. Didn't hear anything up to this point. But hopefully, you know, it's nothing serious and we see her again next game. Yeah, Katie. I remember that. And I think we all felt that way. Just put our, just, we're done. Anything good on TV? Let's hope Martha's okay. Agree. So that was me there. So anyone still defending Seb? Like I said, he did a great job getting us to where we are. But I wanted to. I think the second half here kind of would have gave us an idea of how he can adapt, and he proved that he does not know how to adapt to a losing game. So I think it's time we move on from Seb. I know not everybody agrees with that, and everybody loves it. He's a great guy. It's nice. He's a good guy, you know. Somebody you would love to, invite to dinner and the family, but the league outgrew him. He is no longer, being able to handle the coaching duties in a league that's this good. Still no Luana, first touch. And it's true. Look at this. Luana, first touch on the ball. She already had a shot on goal. And I agree here with Kim. Putting her in the 82nd minute is just stupid. Why wait so long? Come on, Seb. Like, put her in. Start her. Unless there's something that she hasn't fully recovered yet. I mean, how do you ever fully recover from cancer? But, there's... Unless it's something that's impacting her health, start her. Keep her on the field. I mean, every single time she's there, she's a fighter. And she gives us chances. So, I mean, I'm just going to kind of close it out here, guys. I wanted to have a better video for you, especially as the first one, a tactical video. But I wrote some things down. There's no tactics here. It's just more ranting, and you know what? We'll see how it's going to be on Saturday. Saturday we have Louisville at home, and you know what? We're taking on another beat up team, and there's a lot of rumors that, or hopefully there's some reality to it, that Emma Sears might be looking towards Orlando. She did ask to be released, and she'd be looking towards Orlando. I hope that's the case, because a talent like her just doesn't come around too often. And if anybody can keep up and help band down the attack, it's Emma Sears. So we'd love to see her, and we'll be able to see her live, and hopefully she gets a good experience in Orlando, and that helps her make her decision to come to Orlando, because I think we have the players that can win not only games with trophies, but you can't just say no to Emma Sears. If that's an available target, let's go for it. Thank you everyone for watching. But now I want to hear from you. Leave in the comments. Now that once this video gets uploaded, or at least have one night of sleep, and so you have a little bit more clear mind. Leave your comments down below to tell us what you think of the game. Did I miss anything? Did we actually, were we really completely outplayed, or was it more that Orlando kind of just, they just weren't in their prime? I guess that's how I'll leave it. Well, thank you again, and let's go Pride.